What are some positive things happening in the world right now? The Mars rover successfully extracted oxygen from carbon dioxide on the surface of Mars. Last year, Africa officially eradicated polio. The Cherokee Nation allowed genetically modified chestnut trees to be planted on land they manage in order to restore the American chestnut tree. I think that's flippin' great. North American big game animals are making a comeback. Bison, elk, moose, and deer are all doing quite well. Pandas aren't endangered anymore. Germany busted a dark web child pornography ring with over 400,000 users. Shut it down and arrested the hosts. I just got a job again after 2 years. The pandemic hit my family hard. My family can now eat without worrying if we will have enough for tomorrow or the next day. My 5-year-old daughter can now have her eyes checked because she can't see 3 feet in front of her. My son can now buy the school supplies he needs for school and not borrow from his nephews. Thank God for the blessings. More dolphin sightings because of lockdown. Community pantries in our country, wherein the poor and needy can get what they need for that day to get by. And you can also give if you want to. I also saw that even if a person is poor, they'd be willing to give. There's more trees in the world now than there was in 1850. It's still spinning and the sun hasn't exploded yet. Google Maps is getting better and better, with more and more entertainment coming from user-submitted reviews and photos. I can spend hours searching around there. I have been trying to locate all the hot singles in my area. I opened a small takeaway restaurant with my brother during the lockdown. My brother learned my grandmother's recipes. It's going really well so far. In India, people are using social media to arrange oxygen, plasma, medicines, etc. for those in need. It's the most positive side of social media I have ever seen. Though governments may fail people, but humanity is beyond elected governments. What I am witnessing is the purest form of we will going to fight this disease together. Tough many get left out because of their lack of access to social media. But in such cases also, there are volunteers in every hospital who are forwarding requests on their behalf. Hope this pandemic ends as soon as possible. So many innocent lives have been lost. I am just stating the only positive thing happening in my country. I've seen so many bumblebees this spring already. Watch the documentary The Year Earth Changed to see how great nature is doing while we stay home. It is Cinco de Mayo, which happens to be my dog's birthday. I've already turned down an invitation to go drinking after work so I can come home and make him his special birthday dinner and take him for a long walk. Edit. Thank you all for the nice comments and awards. Also, happy birthday to everyone who shares the same birthday. Have a wonderful day. A few months ago, Scotland, where I live, became the first country to make period products free. I've seen a few people be confused about the details, so I'll go over some of them. They were already free in schools and a few other types of buildings. They can still be bought in shops. The important thing is, poor women don't need to worry about period poverty here anymore. More people have access to clean water than ever before. Redditors are coming together to think of some positive things happening in the world right now. Despite the calamitous year of 2020, breakthroughs in the following occurred and are further being developed in 2021. Fusion energy, solar panel efficiency, solid state batteries, 3D printed building technology, vertical farming, and first steps towards scalable technology and removing CO2 from the atmosphere and thereby repairing the damage done. Edit. Duck, I forgot lab grown meat. Sorry y'all. Edit again. Hey, I got silver. That's a first, thank you very kindly. Edit thrice. Gold. Thank you very much. Again. This is personal but positive. I'm finally getting the help I need with my mental health and I am doing alright. Close bracket. Edit. Thank you all for the awards. Please spend your money on giving a homeless person some snacks or a charity taking donations though. I do not need the awards. I hope you all continue on in your journeys forward, and if you haven't reached that step yet, just know that whenever you're ready. 1. I recently quit a game with a very toxic player base that was robbing my time. 2. Tomorrow, the 6th of May, is my birthday. Life expectancy has never been higher. Medicine has never been as advanced. As a species, we're reaching for the stars. And although there's a long way to go, attitudes toward our impact on the environment are shifting in the right direction. I got a job I love. Very proud of you, the NLWH. Follow your dreams. I passed my driver's exam. I'm so happy. After a decade of severe alcoholism, my husband finally got sober and has been consistently working towards improving his mental health. Yesterday marked 5 months since his last drink. The COVID-19 pandemic has made more and more employers understand that it's possible to allow people to work from home full-time without any significant performance impact. So far this has been a true blessing for me, since I no longer have to endure a totally horrendous and exhausting 2-hour commute by train every day. What's even better? I don't have to work in an open space office, which means no more loud and obnoxious co-workers to tolerate. No more constant distractions and no chronic anxiety. This decade will probably be the most exciting decade in terms of space exploration since the Apollo era. We'll get a high-res, color image moon landing, space tourism, and hopefully humans on Mars by the end of the 2030s. My tennis elbow injury has healed. Whoa. More than 400 upvotes. Thanks everyone. Positive vibes. It's not big, but I'm almost 2 months clean of hard drugs. My country was freed from the Germans today. Damn. My fish Gary and my other fish Brenda just started dating. Well, I just got a girlfriend for the first time in like 6 years. Not really a global thing, but it's a huge deal to me because all my high school friends are having kids and getting married, and I feel super behind in life, even though I just got out of college and am just starting my career. It's not much, but it makes me extremely happy. The last 18 months have transformed my life and my values. I had to cancel my bachelor party and wedding event, not vows, due to COVID. And I now see I didn't need those things. I loved our intimate little wedding. I got a new job. A better job. And in my interview talked about how hard this current job has been and how it taught me the needed skills to excel at said new job. Wife got pregnant and we wanted a natural birth at a birthing center. Baby needed to be delivered at a hospital and we stayed there 6 days. It was so hard. But we made it, and life is so much better with him, myself, my wife, and my baby all got COVID, but we recovered. I had so many hopes and dreams and fears these last 18 months, but I never imagined my life could be so hard or so blessed. I'm almost done with my master's degree. My mom escaped a toxic second marriage, moved to a new city, lost 50 pounds, and my relationship with her has improved immensely. I feel like I got a part of my mom back, and she's happier than I've ever seen her. The only reason she committed to leaving was because she moved countries right before the pandemic and he couldn't follow her. Pet adoptions are way up. I'm making strawberry boba. The school of my kids has raised a few €1,000 is for the poor people. I don't know how you call it in America, but here you name it a food bank. I'm gonna marry and move in together with my girl. If I may submit my own positive thing, I have been making progress in working through some of the things that have held me back in life, physically and mentally. And in doing so have found a creative outlet that seems to be helping others do the same. I am grateful, and I hope to continue for as long as I can. I'm working on technology that could be very beneficial to extremely premature newborns in the next 5 years. I haven't had a seizure in 231 days. That means I am 134 days away from the possibility of getting my learner's OSA 30 years of age. This is a very personal positive thing. But I've gotten a new job about 2 months ago and I love it a lot. I'm very excited to learn more about the stuff I'm working on. And I finally got fabric for a dream cosplay. I got a new job that hasn't given me anxiety yet. After 17 years. I got my first boyfriend yesterday. We asked each other to prom at the same time after I've been crushing after him for months. My chicken had her baby chicks. I'd be starting my first job in few days. The news isn't all about COVID. We're getting there. Not out of the woods yet. But we're getting there. I got into art school over here in Europe. That's positive. That's awesome. It's a small positive but still. I caught a trout in the river by me, which is really rare. I've been fishing there for close to 20 years now and this is the only one I've caught out that river. I hope the deck is stocking it. I left my home country for a better place. My mom is still alive. On 29/04, Malawi's Supreme Court has declared death penalty unconstitutional, ordering new trials for convicts awaiting execution. This is within a worldwide abolitionist tendency. I started working out and eating healthy. Protons. We saved around 30,000 people from deaths from the flu with COVID measures. People are becoming way more aware of sexual consent. The difference between today and 10 years ago is literally life-changing. I grew up in a world where men were expected to enjoy all sexual contact from women, wanted or not. And women were expected to give it up. But be called SLTS. Especially if they enjoyed it. Now we can all say yes or no if we want. And if someone keeps pressuring after the no, it's not okay. I know it still needs a lot of work. But the difference is astounding. Mass Effect is coming out in 9 days. PCR test results. My exams have been cancelled due to the lockdown, so yeah. Don't celebrate just yet. They did that for half my exams in March 2020 and then their workaround was well, why don't you just do them next semester to make up for it? Full stop. So I was studying for 2 semesters at the same time. It was a nightmare. I actually finished my laundry the same day I started it. At least for much of the US and Europe. It is prime morel mushroom season. One of the most prized and delicious wild edible mushrooms. That isn't really breaking news. It happens every year. I'm just really excited. Vaccines in America. Online school for the introverts. Light being shed on the corruption of the US financial system. Rules being rapidly implemented to close some of these loopholes. The opportunity for a short squeeze of unprecedented scale and a massive redistribution of wealth from the greediest and most corrupt elites to the average person. And all the positive things these people will do with the money. Such as we've seen with all their charitable acts already. All for owning a single GME share. What a moment in history this will be. For the first time in almost a year, we have no COVID positive patients on our unit. After my ex used me, took my money, had me pay for engagement rings he was gonna propose to me with, left me for another girl, and coincidentally lost the rings when I wanted them back, and a month or so of healing and working towards a healthier lifestyle. I think I've finally found the true love of my life. He is a gentleman. He doesn't ask me for anything except my opinion on what we should do. He spoils me. Despite my protests. He and I love all the same movies, music, pop culture, etc. I believe I truly found the one. With everyone in lockdown, carbon emissions haven't been this low in decades. And the earth has healed a little. Same-sex marriage equality is gaining traction in Japan thanks to a landmark decision in the Sapporo District Court. The fact that workers are starting to understand that they are not just cogs in machine and they can determine their future. I am feeling gay. I'm having fun in Fortnite and I won't let others tell me otherwise. 30 years occupation has ended and cities are being rebuilt in our country. The suicide rate has actually gone down. Fish populations are abounding. I finished college. And carbon emissions are lower. Working from home. I get to lift weights and get paid. I think economic thinking is changing away from austerity. You. Being alive. Being able to see, to feel and to move. Probably having food around. A roof above you, unless you're outside. People around you. Who you can talk to. Or not. Depending on whatever you want or like. You see that. Having opinions. Do whatever you want and having a choice. That realization is positive. Use it. Be yourself and rock on. You got this. North Korea is quiet. Isn't that like when a toddler in the other room goes quiet though? New York legalized recreational marijuana use in a year or so. NY will calm TF down. Entrepreneurs are cleaning plastic from waterways. See like a half dozen electric cars every time I go out. Bitcoin is cutting the fat from traditional banking infrastructures. Bladeless wind turbines. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. A little ironic to see you place Bitcoin on a list of things that are helping the environment. The rise in cryptocurrency has horrible implications for the environment and is a major energy waste. Not saying that traditional banking is a great system. But you can't pretend that crypto is a positive solution.